It's a game on the gridiron that the Freeman Mavericks may never forget as the football playoff picture finally becomes clear. Welcome to SportsWire. I'm Will Catterley. The clock was winding down on the Freeman Mavericks on Friday night at Glen Allen, as this was a must-win situation for Douglas Freeman. Win and they're in the playoffs. Lose and they're left out. Meanwhile, Glen Allen wanted to improve their playoff seeding in their own right and, of course, go into the postseason on the right foot. So, of course, this game had a little bit of everything, from wacky special teams to big-time defensive stops, offense coming out of nowhere, and yes, huge, and I mean huge, momentum swings, all underneath a full moon. So the Freeman Mavericks in a game they absolutely have to have on the road at Glen Allen. Freeman needing a win to make the postseason. Really, it's the first playoff game before the playoffs, if you will. No problem for Glen Allen first quarter. Quarterback keeper using the force, Luke Perini. Good for the first down. If it works once, try it again. Fooled me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He fools me and the Freeman defense. 3-yard touchdown run. Luke Perini and Glen Allen. Jags off to a nice start in the first, up 7-0. Freeman couldn't get much going on offense. One of their biggest plays of the first quarter. Pass caught, first down. Good tackling by Davis Fisher, though. That was Fisher versus Fisher on the receiving end. And then on the tackling end. And then, 6-7 with the stop right there. Number 17, Brandon Turner. Tricky Mavs adventures and special teams. They go for the fake punt. Pass is good, but they didn't get the first down. How about Glen Allen doing a fake punt of their own on 3rd and long? Came up just about a yard short in the second quarter. Still 7-0. So Freeman takes over. No problem for Glen Allen because their defense was absolutely dominant. Mavs couldn't get anything going. This was their biggest play of the second quarter. Okay, the run up the middle, that looked pretty good. Julian Gambrell. Then they go back to the ground and pound, but Jags were ready and waiting. Cooper McPherson, you'll hear more of him later, would set up this for the field goal. I don't know if this was a fake or just too high of a snap and a fire drill. Either way, Jags were ready for it. They get the stop. Freeman does not score, still 7-0 until Perini dialing long distance, got a man, touchdown Glen Allen. Jakeem Dandridge on the receiving end of that one. And Perini and Dandridge, I'll give this dance SportsWire celebration score 7 out of 10. 13-0. That would be the score at the half. Just in the third quarter, still backed up inside their 1-yard line. Guess who? Cooper McPherson with a tackle in the end zone for the safety. Glen Allen in complete command. We go to the fourth underneath the lights of a full moon. 3rd and 10 from the Freeman 9. Roll out. He's got a man. George Davis to Nolan Chiswick. And Freeman, who had done absolutely nothing all night long, suddenly connect for a 91-yard touchdown. Okay, well, I've seen games like this where a team makes one big play and then that's it. 15-7, okay, they're on the board, 10:58 to go. But then they get a 3-and-out. And then tricky Mavs. The reverse, double reverse, flea flicker, George Davis. He finds Bobby Fishburne on a 49-yard touchdown strike. Davis only threw 5 complete passes, and it's not the 1950s. You can't do that and win. 2 of them were for touchdowns. Now it's 15-13. So, of course, Mavs going to go for 2 for the tie, right? Oh, got to lay out and get that one. Could not get it, so 15-13. Glen Allen dodges a bullet, 8:14 to go in the game. So, Jags just going to do what they've been doing, ground and pound, right? Wrong. Freeman has Uncle Mo on their side suddenly. They get the stop. Then it's a ground ball to short on the punt. Glen Allen has to cover it in the end zone, so Freeman, they didn't get the 2-point conversion, but they do get the safety. And any way you can get 2 points to tie it up works. So we're tied at 15 with 6:38 to go. With 4 minutes to play, literally in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, it went from 15-0 to 15-15. Freeman gets a big stop. Glen Allen trying to run out the clock, and they go for it on 4th down at the Freeman 21, but Freeman stops him on 4th down, so we go in overtime. 15-15, rules overtime. Each team gets the ball at the opponent's 10-yard line. Glen Allen strikes first. Freeman holds him to a field goal, but it's good. 3rd and 3 at the Glen Allen 3. They hand it off to Hank the Tank Beach, the offensive lineman, the senior All-Metro star, the Navy commit, yes, with the last name of Beach, scores a game winner in a thriller. Freeman, left out in the cold, suddenly punches their ticket to the playoffs, 21-15 the final.
I don't know, but they can't tackle the big guy. That's all I know. We're on to next week now, baby.
Tell me about the final play.
Final play? When I heard him play the call the play, I knew I got to score. I got to do it for my team. Got to do it.
It was a big tank. Nicknamed Hank Beach. Something we worked on. I mean, he's a senior. He's done so much for this program in his lifetime. He is the epitome of what our line is like. He's the epitome of our gut, our heart. He's the epitome of everything that we put forth in our program. I'm glad he got to experience that. Regardless of what happens the rest of the season, where we go, what we do, I'm glad he finished that stuff off. That was him all the way, and I'm super proud of the seniors. They fought a lot. We've done a lot of good things, and they fought hard.
And if you thought that game was crazy, well, let's go to Hanover, shall we? Hanover Hawks come into this one taking on Highland Springs, only 2 losses, but Verona beat them pretty good. Armstrong beat them pretty good, so you'd think Highland Springs would take care of business. If they win, they get the number 2 seed overall in Class 5C playoffs. But, and things start off okay. The field goal up and good. Anthony Barrett gives Highland Springs a 3-0 lead. That would be the score at the end of the first. However, Highland Springs doing what they do best, ground and pound second quarter into your living room and, more importantly, into the end zone for the touchdown. Eric Bird was the word, is the word, will continue to be the word, 10-0 Springs. Tricky Hawks, though. If you thought this team was going away, you haven't seen Hanover play football this year. The fake punt in the pass caught for a first down, number 37, Jonathan Gilmartin. And they got a quarterback up there in the land of the Hawks, firing, finding his man, good for a first down. Later, an extension of the run game, but tricky Hawks, they pulling out all the stops. The pass in the flat, it's a backwards lateral so he can throw it. Receiver connects to number 37, Jonathan Gilmartin again. Hanover could not make the extra point. Those Springers, Johnny on the spot with a block, 10-6. So Springers still have the lead. But back come the Hawks again. Their passing game was pretty pure. Going deep this time. Got a man. Touchdown. Hanover. And all of a sudden, don't look now, it's 12-10 Hawks with 8:06 to go in the half. Here comes Eric Bird. Bird was the answer on the ground. He had 108 yards, 2 TDs on 14 carries. Antoine Richardson has answers as well. That big offensive line taking care of business for the Springers on offense. Richardson with the touchdown run, dialing his own number. So Springers back on top, 17-12. We go to the fourth. It's still 17-12, under 10 to go. Springers D-line finally gets there. They get the stop and the sack. So looks like Highland Springs is going to avert the crisis here. Richardson firing. Money. Got his man. It is Malik Bullock. And you have not seen the last of Bullock. He goes inside the Hanover 10-yard line, and it would lead to this, a fumble. That was the problem. Highland Springs turned the ball over multiple times. It wasn't that their offense was stopped that often, but they were kind of stopping themselves every time they had the football. Hanover, advantageous, they jump on it, but the Springer defense would respond. The pass out in the flat, going to be a good gain, but he dropped the chalupa. Recovered by Highland Springs. Springer's defense comes to the rescue late in this one. So Highland Springs takes back over. Late in the fourth we go. Going to put a bow on it. Remember, I said Eric Bird had more than one rushing touchdown. Here's his second. The touchdown run for Bird makes it 24-12, 6:26 to go. So this game is over. Haven't we learned anything from Glen Allen, Freeman? Yeah, I guess so. Big-time sack by Highland Springs first and foremost. Jamonte Archer looks like he puts a bow on this one, but Hanover was not done. Pass caught. Number 7 doing the damage once again all the way to pay dirt. And Hanover's quarterback, Joel Nicholson, having himself a night. Touchdown, Hawks. 24-19, 4:08 to go. Hanover gets a stop. They get the ball back this time. Nicholson takes off. Nicholson dives in, and the refs will give it to him. Touchdown, Hanover. The Hawks have the lead with only 1:44 to go. Actually, no, they mark him down at the 1-yard line. Now the Hawks have the lead with the touchdown plunge by Jason Parker. And with 1:44 to go, there we go. It's 27-24. Ensuing kickoff. Malik Bullock catches it at the 1. And now he's going to take it past some defenders And look at him go! He's got a seam, and he is gone! 99 yards to pay dirt. Malik Bullock pulls a rabbit out of the hat and saves the Springers. Highland Springs up 30-27. That would be your final as they salute the band, and the Springers, in dramatic fashion, take the number 2 seed going into the postseason. 30-27, your final. Malik.
It felt good, man. Like the coach said, great job kickoff return team-wise. My teammates helped me. They made some perfect blocks, and I just made a couple extra moves, and they helped me get in the end zone. When I hit that open field, I already knew it was touchdown. I mean, they had one man to beat. I beat them, and then it was off to the races, and I knew they couldn't catch me, so it was just easy from there.
So the Springers clinch the 2 seed in the Class 5C regional playoffs. Highland Springs will host number 7 Glen Allen. Meanwhile, Freeman goes on the road as the number 6 to face William Fleming, and Hermitage travels to face Midlothian. Speaking of the postseason, boys volleyball was serving up some huge playoff matches already. Both Glen Allen and Deep Run try to advance to states and take home the regional title. Highlights are straight ahead. SportsWire is your source for weekly coverage of the games and teams throughout Henrico County. The exciting highlights. The magic moments. And you get to see it all by watching SportsWire. But since we can't be everywhere, we thought we'd ask for your help. Anytime you get some exciting video or pics, share it with us.
Yeah! Come on now!
So we can share it with everyone. SportsWire, where high school sports are always the top story. Welcome back to SportsWire, and to Glen Allen High School we go for the Class 5C Boys Regional Volleyball Playoffs. Glen Allen taking on James River. James River, the 4 seed, Glen Allen, the 1 seed. And the Jags have a ton of weapons, including this guy, number 6, Jake Anaskanich, on the serve and then on the kill. Knocking it down for the point. There was a lot more where that came from. Anaskanich, again from service. Blisters that one, and the Rapids, they rapidly couldn't do anything about that one. Point set 25-9. So we go to the third, looking for the sweep and looking to clinch their spot to states. Anaskanich, that's not fair. He absolutely crushes that one. Now he's going to serve it again. Not many teams have answers for him. James River did not. They also didn't have answers for number 4, Hayden Gase. He gets the point there with the kill. More Glen Allen setting it up. Nice job by James River with the block, but that does not deter the Jags. Another great dig by JR. Does not deter the Jags. Who else but Jacob Anaskanich with the kill. Glen Allen in firm command. River trying to make this a competitive third set to keep it going, but up 20-12, and now up 21-12 because number 13 getting in on the action. Jack Bateman blisters that one home for the point. Jags. Big discrepancy between the 1 and 4 seeds. 1, 2, and 3 pretty close, but the Jags absolutely showing their muscle as the 1 seed in this match with complete control now, up 24-12 for the game, set, match point. Boom! Got it for the kill. Point Jags. They move on to states and to the regional final, 3-0. The question would be, who would they face? The number 3 seed Midlothian Trojans or the number 2 seed and rival Deep Run Wildcats? Well, Midlothian, we join this match in the third set where the Wildcats are in comeback mode because Midlo took the first 2. That was a block by Tyler Garud for the point. And then coming right back at him, setting it up for the slam-a-jamma. Number 7 getting it done, Amir Horu for the point. Wildcats sticking in it. Some gumption shown by the Cats. Another point right there. Midlothian playing an excellent match, however, and they would have answers for what Deep Run would bring to this one. Still, though, Wildcats get that one over. Trojans, better pass, better result. Outside hitter knocks that one down for the kill. Number 7, Grayson Myers doing the damage there. Still in the third, Wildcats still coming back. That dog will hunt, but Midlow takes control of it, corrals it, gets it back over. A lot of very well contested points this one, in a block. It's a block party for the Wildcats. Number 6 and number 11 doing the damage on that one. Hakeem Hardy, right when they needed him with the block. Then off the deflection, the kill shot is good. Cyprian Chikalo with the point right there. Wildcats doing their best to battle back in this one. You got to win one before you can win 3. Midlow trying to end it and not give Deep Run any momentum. Number 9 did almost just that. Ryan Sinnett for the point. Very strong Trojans team. Then trying to keep up the momentum and squash any chance for Deep Run. Wildcats have answers. Number 3 with the kill right there. Jason Tubbs, outside hitter, a junior, and he'll be back next season. Midlow. Carter Evans responds. He won't. He's a senior. He'll graduate. Nice play by Evans. Midlow. Right back at it, but with the block, Wildcats, when they needed it most, got it. Amir Horu, middle blocker, with a big point for the Wildcats, but this is a seesaw affair. Another block. Deep Run got it going in the third, and the block was their best friend. Number 6 doing the honors once again, Chikalo. And then that'll work for the Wildcats as well. A lot of highlights of this third set because, well, both these matches were going on at the same time. Started Deep Run, had to move back over to Glen Allen, but it was a Midlothian night to be had. Wildcats going to find their way to take home the third set on a blistering shot like that one. Number 7, Amir Horu, was huge in the match and in this third set because the Wildcats going to take it, but Midlow, after being up 2-0, fall in the third and fourth set, but they win set 5 and move on to the finals, where they, of course, would meet up with number 1 seed Glen Allen. Jags, winners of the first set, so we join the second set. Up are the Jags, and just like Midlothian against Deep Run, the Jaguars wanting to hold on to the momentum, and a man of the hour, Anaskanic, with the point right there. Jacob and Glen Allen with the early lead. Midlothian comes right back, though. They get that to go for the point, and then on the serve, it's number 12, Brady Kinker. Anaskanic almost getting the point right there. Midlow fortunate to get it back over, but he sets it up for his teammate, number 10, Manuel Guerrero with the kill. Then on the serve, David Johnson. He gets the point. They cannot handle that one. So the Jags in command up 15-11 at this point in the second. Setting it up, knocking it down. Guerrero with the point again. Then Anaskanic. They got a lot of ingredients to a great volleyball team here. Up 16-12 at this point. Midlow too good to go away, however, but great pass, excellent finish on the outside. Number 4 doing the damage. Hayden Gase for the point, and then how about more from Hayden? Absolutely demolishing that volleyball. They win the second 25-18. Could they dispatch of Midlothian in 3? Well, the Trojans were going to give it their best shot to not let that happen, but again, more from Glen Allen. Just get it to Hayden on the outside. He knows what to do with it. Still in the third, William Bond. William Bond. Then, Jags. Knocking it over, Midlow with a response. Big-time kill right there by Ryan Sinnett. Trojans say we are not going anywhere. Setting it back up again and off the deflection. That dog will hunt as well. Carter Evans with a big-time point. Tied at 22, this would be or 23-22, this would obviously be a very pivotal point. First one at 25, got to win by 2. So it could be 23 all, or Glen Allen could take a 24-22 lead here, and that's exactly what they would do on the block. Number 13 says, let's go, Jack Bateman. But 25-24, Jags come up aces to win it. William Bond, William Bond with the service ace, and the Jags are your regional champs, and they will host the first round of states at home. Final score, Jags get it done, 3-0.
We were able to make good adjustments. We had big plays when we needed to. We made nice little pushes when we needed to. So overall happy, but obviously, a lot more work to do for sure.
We head back to the volleyball court when we come back. The Deep Run ladies have an epic battle with Midlothian as they play for the regional crown. Plus, it's a West End rivalry renewed on the gridiron when Godwin takes on Deep Run. That's next.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to SportsWire. To girls volleyball we go. Regional finals, Deep Run, the 3-seed on the road against a very tough top-seeded Midlothian Trojan side. First set action, Midlothian was all over Deep Run. Wildcats would make this one heck of a match, however. But first set highlights. That goes the way of the Trojans. Number 24, Cassie Zielinski and company with the point right there. Then on the serve, this girl was really slamming it from service. She gets the point. Here she comes again. Trojans in firm control. Wildcats. This set was a lot like this match, I'll tell you. The block at the front of the net, Lucy Chappelle with the point. And then number 13, Charlotte Leinard with the serve. And the Wildcats came back. It was a lot like the entire match because Midlothian got out to, I should say, a huge lead. And then the Wildcats, as you see, came fighting back. The point right there. And then back-to-back service aces. Let's go, says Deep Run. Midlothian was in firm control the first set, and then Deep Run, well, they battled back. Right here, Cats get it over. Lady Trojans, though, when it mattered, had answers. Not that time. Point, Cats. Looking good. On the serve, Ella Sumser. She was the one that was really the straw serving the drink from service. Deep Run with answers, though. It's Megan Liner with the point. Number 2. Had it going for the Lady Cats. Trojans. Slams it down for the point. Midlow won the first set. Deep Run came back and took the second and the third. Midlothian and their fans celebrate as they take the fourth and fifth and win 3-2. Deep Run does move on to states. Back to the gridiron we go. Neither of these two teams are going to make the postseason, but they don't care. This game is huge anyway. West End rivalry. Deep Run at home, playing host to Mills Godwin. And to the victor go the spoils. Bragging rights for 365 days, basically. Deep Run trying to get it going early with the handoff to number 7, Jamel Howard, but he coughs up the rock. It's a fumble, and the Eagles pounce, and they have landed. They're going to take advantage of the turnover. Luke Crazy Legs Roberts with the run. All the way, takes a hit, too. Delivers a shot. All the way to the Deep Run 10-yard line. Check out the offensive line. What a move by number 2, Konstantinos Cavanes. That's not the last time you'll hear from him. Touchdown run for Cavanes, 7-0 Godwin Eagles. Still in the first, check out the O-line again, and the great vision by the running back, number 26, hitting the hole. That's what scouts like to see. Braylon Miller-Powell, the junior, with a big-time gain and set it up for this. Luke Crazy Legs Roberts going to get crazy with his legs, running it to the left this time. And that's a gain of over 20 and delivering another shot inside the Wildcat 16-yard line. That would lead to a field goal, so Godwin would have a 10-0 lead with 47 seconds to go in the quarter. Wildcats trying to get something going on offense. Number 19, great pass here. Paxton Hastings to Cullen Birch, who has been a tremendous athlete for deep run this season. But fortune would go the way of the Eagles. Another fumble for the Wildcats. Godwin again with the fumble recovery and setting up their offense later. Now back to the air. Roberts looking good doing that. Softening up deep run with a run and then connecting with his receivers through the air. Roberts fires, finds a man. Touchdown Eagles. Kane Southworth. And that's worth 6 points. It was a 37-yard touchdown reception, 17-0 at that point. We go to the fourth. More from Braylon Miller Powell. The touchdown run here. Eagles' offensive line had themselves a night, as did Tino Cavani's 90 yards on 17 rushes. They win at 24-0 to end the season. Hermitage, they beat TJ. They hold on 9-7. Big win there. Verona did not hold on. They paced Patrick Henry 77-0. Both those teams are in the postseason. Atlee defeats Henrico to end the Warriors season 58-0. And congratulations to the Lady Glen Allen Jaguars cross-country team. They are state champions for the first time in school history. Check it out. Top 5 runners finished no worse than 17th out of 100 runners. Glen Allen wins the state title by 20 points.
Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and make sure to follow us